The lawyer does not ask for much. She says, answer carefully, cite the source, preserve the caveats, and do not overstate the conclusion. The model can follow that instruction for one answer. The problem starts when the work moves. The same matter now needs a client update, a red line, a partner summary, and a follow-up research answer. Each step receives some version of the prior work. Each step is told to be careful. Each step sounds careful, but the instruction was only text. It did not make the caveat durable. It did not give the source link its own identity. It did not turn the partner's instruction into a rule the next task must obey. It did not mark the unresolved issue as a blocker. It asked the next model to remember what mattered from prose. Control has not arrived. The team is hoping a longer prompt will hold the matter together. You can see the failure in a simple contract example. The first answer says the seller indemnifies the buyer, subject to a fraud carve-out. The source is cited. The caveat is present. The response is fine. Then the team asks for a shorter client-facing version. The next answer says the seller indemnifies the buyer under Section 8(2). It still cites the agreement. It still sounds professional, but the fraud carve-out no longer controls the sentence. No instruction fired. Nothing in the workflow said, this caveat is not optional. Nothing said, this source span must stay attached. Nothing said, if the final answer ignores the carve-out, stop the answer before it ships. Prompt instruction and workflow control split at that point. An instruction lives inside the model's current context. A control survives outside the current answer. In Iris, the caveat should not be trapped inside a paragraph. It should be a separate matter object. The claim is one object. The source is another. The caveat is another. Confidence is a field. Review status is a field. A partner instruction can govern later drafts because it is stored as state, not as a sentence the model might compress away. Now the same handoff behaves differently. The client update does not inherit only prose. It inherits the objects behind the prose. The red line sees the caveat. The research follow-up sees the source. The partner summary sees the unresolved issue and cannot silently close it. The prompt still matters. It is where the user asks the next question. But the prompt is not the control system. The control system is the matter record. What was extracted, where it came from, who reviewed it, what it conflicts with, and what later work is allowed to rely on.